Welcome back to Clink. This is your first time joining us. Thank you very much for coming and giving us some of your spare time.
Yeah. We're going to do something a little different today, I believe.
We'll get into the beer first of all, before we do something different.
Cool.
So we've got a Cooper's Best Extra Stout.
Bloody hell, look at the size of that bottle. It's a wine bottle size.
It is. It's 750ml. So it is a wine bottle size.
Well,
correct. Not your standard wine bottle. Don't you only go for like...
I get the litres.
Yeah, litre bottles.
Those horrible, hardy things that like rip your insides as they go through.
Ooh, made it nice.
A nice...
So we got some beer. I assume this is going to be dark. It is dark. Well, you don't know because it's like a dark bottle, and you're just like, I just assumed stout was normally dark, and this looks like cough medicine.
This looks like stuff that puts hairs on your chest, my friend. Not that you need it. You've got enough hairs on your mouth.
And chest.
Imagine you got hairs on your chest.
And butt.
I didn't need to know that.
Yes, you did. Okay.
Well, that's good because this Bombay mix is
Clink.
so dry.
So dry.
Oh, it's got a brisk smell.
Okay. So, a few weeks ago, I decided to go. You're putting me off with fart sounds with your hands.
Sorry.
Flatulent hands.
Lands.
So we, me and a few mates, Ash was away for the weekend, decided to actually go to the Beer Incider Festival. But it was INCIDER.
Oh.
So it was like,
Okay.
it's supposed to be like Beer and Cider Festival.
See what they did there.
Beer Insider, yeah. So there was a stage, there's some musicians, and then there was a lot of like craft brewers from all around the land.
From long and far. Was it only this land?
This land, Australia land, yes.
Australia land.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically, what I'll go through today is those beers and the breweries. We've got a few videos of me trying the beers at the festival, and giving a review at the festival, and then I'll try and give you a bit of more of a detailed review before we watch that video.
All right. Intrigued.
So, let's without further ado.
Without further ado, pull out your accordion. And let's.
I assume that's how it sounds like. We will we'll get straight into it. So the first.
Is not what an accordion sounds like.
Let me just get some of this drum mix in.
Just before you have to speak. Okay.
Okay. So we have the first. I'm not going to double click that.
What's this one called?
So-
2568.mov.
So
Okay.
This is Mulaney Brouhaha. So it's a Mulaney brewery, and they're called Brouhaha.
Okay.
The first beer I tried was a strawberry and rhubarb sour.
That sounds pretty good.
It was really nice.
Very sweet.
Yeah, no, it wasn't sweet.
No, because you'd have this sort of.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know, if you've ever had like a rhubarb pie,
Oh yeah.
you get that like...
Hell yeah.
So yeah, so you have that really sour like taste.
That
so,
course like cuts through everything.
So it goes, it's sort of like, like the start of a sweetness, but it never actually goes to the sweet. It
Okay.
sort of just like hovers.
Come on, let's see your face. I want to
Oh
see.
no, it's 2 and 1. So and then the other one was their double hop
Okay.
to IPA. So we'll go
These are from the same people.
the same. Yeah, both Brouhaha with the Mulaney Brewery. So we'll start with that. Strawberry and rhubarb sour. It's really good. And this is the double IPA. It is also really good. Yeah. So as we go through these videos,
So what does good mean to you
good.
in your books? What's really good?
I think good is like somewhere between a 6 and a 7. So in Clink, it's somewhere between 3 and 4. So like in our normal Clink reviews. So yeah. So then the next one was Capital Brewing.
Okay.
As a company I was actually familiar with coming into the
So hold on, before we move on quick.
Yeah.
So we've got two
So
6.5s.
2 6.5s. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. Next one was a mob from Canberra called Capital Brewing. I really like their logo. You'll see on the can. It's actually really cool.
Okay.
They had an Evil Eye Red IPA.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, so
Capital Brewing because of the territory, I guess.
Yeah, because they're in Canberra.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the capital. But their logo like sort of goes up, and the eye is like the tall building, and that's supposed to. It's
Okay.
like capital.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
But the red IPAs, they're a bit more sort of ferocious.
Okay.
So like they're a bit more bitter.
I actually had one of them recently, and
they're really
nice.
they are really good. So we'll check that. Capital Brewing Evil Red IPA. Take the hat off. It's good. It's also good. Okay.
So also good. What's that rate? If very good is.
So very good would be 7 to 8. The other ones were just good. So this is also good. So it's probably still around the same sort of area. Nothing has really blown my mind.
Maybe
yet.
6-ish.
Yeah, 6-ish. Yeah, about there. Let's go for that.
5.56. Okay.
The next one was it was from a mob in Dandenong, and it's Kaiju beer. They actually had 3 different ones, but I've only got the video of the tropical IPA.
Tropical, huh?
Yeah.
Fruity.
You will see by the can why it was so tropical.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll get into that.
It's pretty good.
Kaiju Crush. It's made by the
Look at that one.
Kaiju beer.
9%. Tropical Pale Ale.
It's delicious, and I give it an 8 out of 10.
Solid 8.
Hey.
Solid.
Who's the bearded friend here?
This is my mate Brad.
Fellow beard.
Shout out to Brad. He came along as well. Yeah, so that was the tropical pale ale.
Okay.
That was really nice.
So a solid 8.
It's solid 8 out of 10.
Where would you get these locally? Just out
You
of
can't.
curiosity?
A lot of these, because they're smaller craft breweries. There was Stone and Wood, and there was like the big ones that we know about. They're a bit better distributed, but these little guys, they're only normally on tap because they only really do kegs.
Yep.
So
and
you
then
have
we'll
to
move on to.
Yeah, so you'll have to go to certain pubs have them. So like the Capital Brewery, for example, the only place on the coast is like Moffat Beach. There's like a little there's a little pub there. So
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool though that we could actually go
and taste it. Yeah,
I could try
exactly.
some of these.
Now I'll give you a bit of background. So then one of my like bands that I wanted to go and see played straight after this, and I ended up in the mosh pit.
Ouch.
So
Essentially.
no, not ouch. I was very much enjoyed myself. Did a lot of moshing. Then came out. Then I got given a beer as I came out of the mosh pit, and I reviewed it. So that's the next one, which is this Orchid Double IPA. But you can see the difference between now, where I'm quite dry, and there, and then we end up like
Sweaty Betty.
Orchid Double IPA. Horse throat, a little bit of bite, make it a 7 out of 10.
It looks like you got bashed about a little bit because your hat's been knocked sideways.
It got knocked off, so when I put it back on, I actually put it on backwards. So that's how I ended up. So,
Sensible.
Yeah. So move on to MO, Modus Operandi, I believe the MO stands for. Brewing, and they're from Monavale, down in, I think it's Victoria or New South Wales. One of the two. Can't remember. This is a red IPA.
They're close.
Yeah, so.
They're neighbours.
Red IPA, Mo Brewing. 8 out of 10. It was really good.
Equaling the Kaiju.
The double IPA. Now, the double IPA might have been slightly slanted because I was tired and thirsty because I'd been jumping around and had exerted a lot. So, that, you know, after you play football, how much a beer like tastes good.
You can make anything taste. You can make a 4X taste good after it.
So as you can tell, I'm getting slightly more intoxicated as the day progresses.
I haven't noticed.
Okay, you're going to notice very much in the next video. So now we have another one from Brouhaha. Now this was a New Zealand Pale Ale. So now you can see how the review goes here.
Brouhaha New Zealand Pale Ale.
New Zealand Pale Ale.
You do a vlog or something.
4 out of 10. 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Now, I consumed enough alcohol that any beer should actually now taste good, but I could still my Clink taste buds.
Yep.
Were still able to tell that this New Zealand Pale Ale was pathetic.
Hello.
Pale Ale.
You have to.
It was lelele.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah, so on to the last beer, which was from Burley Brewing. It was the Twisted Palm.
I have tried this.
Twisted Palm Pale Ale.
Yep.
Now, yes.
Bright yellow label. Oh, you probably won't have it.
We didn't see. Yeah, it was off tap, so we didn't really see any of the labels.
But it's got a. Oh, of course, you haven't seen it.
Yeah. So
there's the one that tastes like really good. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see.
Well.
Burley brewed Twisted Palm.
It's good.
6 out of 10.
Fuck you.
So you can tell my mate who had drunk it just before, who I think actually bought this beer for me, was very upset that I didn't give it a very good rating.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't rate it. I remember tasting this beer and thinking, hey, it's not as good as some of the other stuff I'd had. As the day progressed, the beers that were more ferocious and like had that more bitter taste became actually more appealing, because a lot of the pale ales ended up on like a very even level. So those pale ales that actually tasted better towards the beginning of the day,
the same stuff.
just ended up being, this is slightly different, but it's pretty much on the same level.
Okay.
So that's how it sort of that's how it was for me. So those beers that had a bit more bite were actually standing out a bit more. So that's probably why I didn't rate that beer, because you've said yourself that you tasted this beer.
I think it was nice. I remember we grabbed it. It was around Christmas time, and I do remember thinking it was nice, but nowhere. I thought for the price that I think we paid, I thought it was going to be a lot nicer.
Okay.
It was nice. I wouldn't say we wouldn't get it again, but I do remember it being, when you, obviously because it's a craft, you I don't know, you generally expect it to be a sort of better quality, maybe a better taste or whatever. So
none of these beers touched Cloudcatcher.
From Stone and Wood.
Yeah, from Stone and Wood. That beer for me is still like one of the best that we've ever reviewed,
It's a
and probably one of the best that I've tasted. So
I actually,
far.
I think I can agree with you that was one of my, I can solidly remember that. And can you still get hold of that?
You can get it in the bottles, but you got to buy it 2 bottles at a time. So otherwise it's too expensive, because one bottle is like $11 or something.
Whoa,
But if you buy it 2, then they're like $7.50 each, and it becomes a bit. And they are half a liter, so that's all right.
Not too bad, I guess.
So so that's, I only ever get it if I'm gonna like drink a couple. I would never grab like 1 bottle, because it's just a rip off.
Yeah.
But it is delicious, but it's not worth it.
Do you think they'll up that sort of scale there? Do you think they'll ever?
They only sell it. The problem is they only sell it in cartons, so that's why it's so expensive.
Oh.
So then they have to break the carton down to sell it singly. So that's why they are priced up so much. But anyway, I digress.
We'll see if they do.
I think So let's an overall review of the festival.
Yeah.
Awesome food trucks. Lots and lots of people there. Great people, because it's that sort of like hipster sort of thing. Everyone's friendly and nice and open, and it was actually really good. And the one thing that I think was probably one negative was the price. They were only 250ml pots, but every beer was like $8 each.
I did notice that actually on one of the boards there, like $7.50 for the cup.
There's minimum, and they just go up. And if you have some of the double hops, which are 10 and 11%, the beer, but it's a minimum of like $8 per beer. So that was probably one negative of the festival. Everything else was great. I think for the price to get in, if you got in on the first release, it was about $30 to get in. But I think you should really get something with that, like a 1 free drink ticket or something like that.
Free beer.
Because then you're
free
paying
apple on toast.
You're paying $30, and maybe you get like $8 worth of value, and free apple on toast.
It took a minute. I wondered.
But I definitely will go again next year when it's on. I would invite you, if you're not away somewhere, then you definitely should come along as well. And maybe we can do like a proper joint thing, a joint review for next year. So anyway, so we'll get on to the beer review of this week. So this is the Cooper, what did I say? The Cooper's Brewery Best Extra Stout.
It's not.
It's not a pale ale or whatever I said in that video.
Did I stir? So what are your thoughts? It's hearty. I love.
They're very earthy. I think earthy is the word.
I'm from
burnt.
I'm from yeah. I guess being from the UK, things generally that are a little more earthy and gritty tend to be, for some reason, and bland tend to be tastier for some reason. So this is like right up there for me.
Yeah.
I'm nailing through this, and
I like it.
very happy with it.
Just recently, I've got into like darker ales, like your Guinness and there's 2 years old is not too bad, but Guinness like really nice creamy sort of taste.
Guinness
This is probably not as refined.
Guinness
as,
is one of those like, gosh, can nail one of those easily any day sort of thing. And I think this is where you can see, like you say about the creaminess. You can definitely tell even by just the head, the small head on this, but still nice. It's still up there. I say that this is extra, isn't it?
Yeah, it's extra. They actually brewed this in the bottle, so it said something. I read somewhere it's like brewed in the bottle. Like yeah, it's brewed and fermented using a unique centuries-old method of top primary fermentation and natural bottle conditioning. So they do it mostly in the bottle, which is pretty cool.
That's cool.
So yeah, I'm going to give it a 4.
4, huh?
4 clinks.
4. I reckon a 4.3.
Nice.
I don't want to go because I can't say it's a 5 because like I'm pretty sure Cloudcatcher was there, and I remember that.
I think Cloudcatcher actually broke the scale.
I'm pretty I remember that being so. Now you mention it, I remember that being like heavenly almost as a drink. But I guess it's in a different league though to this. This is a stout, so you're expecting this to be. You can't expect them to be on the same sort of scale, I guess. But yeah. This is definitely, it doesn't beat Guinness, I guess, in my eyes, but...
It's good for an Australian
no,
stout,
yeah, you can't fault it there. I mean, Guinness set the mould, I guess, don't they, when it comes to stuff like that. Which is maybe a reason not to say that they're the better, but...
Sounds good. Okay, on that note, guys, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed the review of the Beer Incider Festival.
Yes.
Hope it was insightful.
Definitely the innuendo. Your endo. Whose endo? Your endo.
like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, get any comments. If you were there at the Beer Incider Festival, please let us know in the comments below, and let us know if there were any breweries or any things that you agree with us or don't agree with us.
Hit Ricky up.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Cheers.